the Delmarva Almanac. Each week we connect you to the best of Delmarva. Like other almanacs, our aim is to tell you a little bit about our past, our present, and events in the near future. I'm your host, Dana Kester McCabe. Lem and Steve Ward, like their father before them, made their living as barbers during the early part of the 20th century. Though they had their own business, they still lived close to the land, hunting and fishing like many of their neighbors in Somerset County. They began carving decoys for their own use, but their skills began to get a reputation, and so they developed a side job of selling their decoys. The story of how their cottage industry helped sustain them through the Great Depression and led them to acclaim as folk artists is well known by Delmarva residents. You may even know that despite that success, they did not give up their day job until retiring as barbers in 1965. But what you may not know is that these sculptors of hair and wood were also musicians. Not surprisingly, they sang in a barbershop quartet.
Hello to everybody, hello to everyone. Now we are here to spread good cheer with songs and bits of fun. Let's start the ball rolling, singing some harmony. We're a barbershop quartet, we love to sing you that. Hello to everyone, let's start the ball rolling, singing some harmony. So friends and neighbors too, we're here to sing to you. Hello to everyone.
In 1962, their quartet, which included Harlan and Lawrence Tyler, was recognized in The Harmonizer, the official magazine of the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America. The four men had been singing together for 32 years, and their chapter of the society in Crisfield had just been given its official license. Their repertoire included some old-time love songs and familiar Christian hymns.
Just a closer walk with thee. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my lonely Lord. Jesus is my plea. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my lonely Lord. Daily walking close to thee. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my lonely Lord. Oh, my Lordy, let it be. Oh, my Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
You're listening to the Delmarva Almanac. I'm Dana Kester McCabe, and we're listening to legendary decoy carvers Lem and Steve Ward singing in their barbershop quartet. Lem and Steve Ward only had an elementary school education, but that didn't stop them from writing poetry, which they sometimes affixed to the bottom of their decoys. Steve wrote this poem about the life of a decoy. I'm just an old has-been decoy. No ribbons I have won. My sides and head are full of shot from many a blazing gun. My home has been by the river, just drifting along with the tide. No roof have I had for a shelter, no place where I can abide. I've rocked to winter's wild fury. I've scorched in the heat of the sun. I've drifted and drifted and drifted, for tides never cease to run. I was picked up by some fool collector who put me up here on a shelf. But my place is out on the river where I can drift all by myself. I want to go back to the shoreline where flying clouds hang thick and low and get the touch of raindrops and the velvety soft touch of the snow. I think I can relate to that decoy. How about you? I'm sure that you will agree that though the sign on their decoy shop said L.T. Ward and Brothers, Wildfowl Counterfeiters in Wood, they were indeed genuine artists, inside and out. Visit the Ward Museum in Salisbury or the Ward Brothers Workshop in Crisfield to find out more about Lem and Steve Ward and their primary claim to fame, decoy carving. And don't miss the upcoming Ward World Championship next weekend in Ocean City to see today's counterfeiters in wood. Thank you to the Ward Museum for providing us with these recordings of the Ward Brothers singing.
And I want you to come down on a little trip right over to old Dover, just to see the old hometown. Now the moon is shining down in Lover's Lane, a million stars are peeping from above. You'll find your heart she wants to stay in dear old Dover, with a million girls you love. Come over, come over, come over to Dover, oh won't you come over? We'll ramble through the clover in the same old fashioned town, with all the same old friends around to greet you. There's a vacant chair down there for you, and there's a vacant heart that's waiting too for you. Come over, come over, come over to Dover, to the town where you were born. There's a vacant chair at home, sweet home, in the town where you were born.
We'd like to thank our community partners, the Friends of Delmarva Public Radio, the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and underwriters EatDrinkBuyArt.com for their help in bringing this program to you, our audience. Our theme music was provided by Brightside Studio. This show has been a Moonshell production. Thanks for listening. Until we meet again, may the rhythms and tides of Delmarva bring you good fortune.